Mic check. You balance it.
Bless you.
So in the interest of time, we should probably start going over this one. So what do we need to do first? Yeah.
We first need to figure out what's the reducing and what's the oxidizing agent.
I'd say we need to balance it first.
So chlorine is gaining electrons and.
Oh, so what's the oxidation state? I'll stop you. What's this one? The first.
5.
So +5, and then this is.
-1.
All right. So then you said it's gaining how many electrons?
Gaining 6 electrons.
Okay, perfect. And then, so if this is gaining 6, what's our manganese doing here? And so what's the oxidation state? Just walk us through.
+4 and then +7.
So then it's losing 3 electrons. All right, so that's a good starting point. Then what should we do?
You separate out the 2 equations and balance those.
So let's do that. And so I'll just start with the chlorine one. So chlorine plus 6 electrons gives us chloride over here. And then I'll write the other ones. So MnO2 gives us our manganese oxide species plus 3 electrons. All right. So do you want to do the chlorine one first? So how should we balance this?
So first I added 3H2O to the product side to account for the oxygens. And then I added 6 hydrogen ions to the reactant side to account for the hydrogens on the product side, and then balance that out with hydroxide, making 6H2O plus ClO3 plus 6 electrons creates a chloride ion, and
Yes, so you formally add hydrogen, just like you would with acidic, but then acidic, you just basically stop here instead. But if it were in the basic, then yeah, you add the 6 equivalents to each side, and that's where things get a little different. So you add it to each side so you can cross that out. And so now we have to do like some addition, subtraction, so plus 6 H2O plus 6 electrons. And then at this point, so now we have like 3 and 6, so this can go away and just become 3 H2O. And maybe let me rewrite it one more time. So then do we get this for our chlorine side? Everyone end up with this part? All right, so then we'll pause here on this one. Now let's do our manganese. So what do we need to add to this one to balance it?
You need 2H2O on the reactant side.
And then how many H plus does that, do we need that on our product?
Four on the product side.
Excellent. So again, you would stop here if you were in acidic solution, but we're in basic. So now we have to add our 4 equivalents of hydroxide to each side. And so now I'll just rewrite it. And we'll probably have to do some water addition, subtraction again. I'll save that. So then I have 2 and 4 H2O, so this can go away, and this becomes 2 H2O. So now this is our other half reaction. And so now how do we add them together? And yeah.
You gotta multiply the manganese side by 2.
So now I'll just rewrite that. So 2MnO2 plus 8 hydroxide gives us 2 manganese O4 species. Now there's those 6 electrons, so that matches with our other half reaction. Plus 4 H2O. And so now we can add them all together. Oops. I'm just rewriting this so we could see it, and then I'll write this below it so we can just see everything before we add. All right, so then we're here, so now we can start crossing out what's the same on both sides. So we have 8 hydroxide on our reactant side and 6 hydroxide on our product. Let me switch pens. So these can all go away. This becomes 2 hydroxide. And then we have 3 waters on the reactant, 4 on the product, so then that becomes just 1 water. Electrons cancel, that's good, we want them to cancel. And I think that's it. So I'll rewrite it. So 2 of our manganese 4 oxide plus 2 equivalents of hydroxide plus our perchlorate species gives us 2 equivalents of our manganese 7 oxide plus chloride plus water. All right, I think we are over time, way over time. So we'll stop here, but if anyone has questions, we can talk about anything after. You should be well prepared. So again, the only questions I didn't cover were one, which that was, I said, we'll add reagents and you'll determine whether it increases or decreases solubility. So for that one, don't forget about the common ion effect. That was on your quiz as well, where you had something like silver chloride and HCl, and that was actually less soluble in HCl because of that common ion effect of the chloride. So that's, and if you have more questions, we can talk about this after class. I just don't want to take up any more time because we're over time. And then I mentioned, like I said, kind of determining the symbols based upon like endo and exothermic, spontaneous, not spontaneous. We didn't go over 4, but that was just a buffer solution one. So of course that's just Henderson-Hasselbalch. And then we didn't go over the titration one, but I think we've done that a lot. And so again, the titration is weak acid plus strong base, and I think you've gotten plenty of practice in lab. But again, if you have questions, I'm more than happy to stay after. And then I think we covered everything else, so you should be set for your exam.
These are the 2 things that you will bring to class. Quiz, that was the take-home quiz, and the poster.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I apologize that it got messed up.